football found itself in a precarious position.
انقلاب فوتبال رو به عنوان یکی از مظاهر منفی رژیم شاه زیر سوال برد. همه به محض وقوع انقلاب همه شمشیرها رو علیه فوتبال از رو بستن. همه فکر میکردن که شاید این فوتباله که شاه با تکیه کردن بر اون باعث شده که مردم از سرنوشت اساسی خودشون دور باشن. خیلی زود همون نگرش منفی که میگفتن فوتبال افیون جامعه است دوباره توی خیلی از سخنرانان نمود پیدا کرد در سخناشون.
In the new Islamic Republic of Iran, everything was reordered and renamed. The league was suspended, and the two most popular clubs in Iran were shut down. There was even talk of stopping football altogether. Football shorts were considered indecent, and alternatives were discussed. An age limit of 27 was placed on national team players to discourage the excessive worship of anything other than Islam. And then there was the devastating war with Iraq that lasted 8 years, during which well over 500,000 young Iranians perished.
در هر صورت جنگ من فکر کنم در اولویت قرار داره تا اینکه ورزش. ما باید بالاخره از خاک خودمون دفاع میکردیم که نذاریم یه دشمن وارد خاک بشه. مجبور بودیم که بجنگیم. حالا ورزش هم نباشه هیچ مسئله نیستش چون اولویت با اون بود.
7 years after the Iran-Iraq war had ended came the first signs that football had survived as a force in Iran when the two countries met on each other's soil for the first time in the Asian Club Championship. Iraq won this encounter, but Iran had re-entered the sporting mainstream. The real grudge match, though, was still to come. Having qualified for France '98, Iran was drawn to play their greatest contemporary enemy, the great Satan, America. The whole world watched on in fascination.
The World Cup is beloved across our planet because it offers a chance for people from around the world to be judged not by the place they grew up, the color of their skin, or the way they choose to worship, but by their spirit, skill, and strength. As we cheer today's game between American and Iranian athletes, I hope it can be another step toward ending the estrangement between our nations.
The 2-1 win by the Iranians removed any doubt amongst the clergy in Iran that football was an anti-Islamic force to be feared. Although the players made little of the symbolism of the victory, back in Tehran, state television broadcast this announcement. Tonight's honorable and brave game was a beautiful picture of the struggles and conflicts between the Iranian nation and the great Satan. Tonight, the strong and arrogant opponent felt the bitter taste of defeat at your hands.
فوتبال افیون اجتماع نیست. الان دیگه فوتبال مردم از اهداف اصلیش وا نمیداره. فوتبال دیگه به عنوان یه پرمخاطره ترین وسیله سرگرمی ساز دنیا دیگه حتی مقامات جمهوری اسلامی هم راضی کرده که نگاه ویژه‌ای به این ورزش داشته باشن. ورزشی که در نظر اینا هم دیگه باعث اتحاد و همدلیه نه افیون جامعه.
Football in Iran is perhaps one of the most vivid examples of the universality of football. Here was a force that had to fight for acceptance in a host culture. When that battle was won, it provided Iran with one of its few connections with the non-Islamic world, and it became a potent unifying symbol in the country. In Spain, another country where religion offers a common bond, football has had the reverse effect as in Iran. The historic struggle for autonomy among several of the 17 regions has often left the country divided, especially on the football field.
España es un país complejo, formado por la suma de muchas comunidades que tienen personalidades, estilos de vida distintos. Eso también ocurre en el fútbol. España no tiene un estilo propio. Ese es el primer problema. El segundo problema es que, como cada ciudad y cada región tiene sus equipos representativos, los niños sueñan más con ponerse la camiseta de su ciudad, la camiseta de su equipo, que la camiseta de la selección, que no acaba de encontrar su manera de ser.
Of all of Spain's regions, the Basque country is best known for its bloody and violent campaign for independence. During the Spanish Civil War in 1937, Guernica, the seat of the Basque government as far back as the 12th century, was destroyed by the bombs of General Franco, an act of violence which marked the beginning of 30 years of suppression of Basque culture. Athletic Bilbao, from the Basque country's industrial capital, was the earliest force in Spanish football. Since the club's formation in 1898, Athletic have never been relegated and have won a record number of Spanish Cups and 8 championships, including the double, here in 1984. All these titles have been won with players born exclusively in the Basque region.
Hola, hasieran hori normala izango zen. Eta gero, noski hori da gauza berezi bat. Eta kontuan eduki behar da, lehenik Atletikek bere jokalariarekin oso talde onak dituela eta txapelketa asko erabazi zituztela. Eta horrek nonbait tradizio bihurtu du orain dagoen egoera, ezta?
Under Franco, the Basque culture, including the language, which to this day baffles linguists as to its origin, was outlawed. A Basque national team in exile toured the world publicizing their struggle.
Jokatzen da Euskal Selekzioak Gabonetan, zuk esan duzu moduan, jokatzen du partidu bat urtero. Ja bada 10 bat urte edo hasi dela jokatzen, ezta? Eta oso ambiente polita egoten da eta bai, nik uste dut nahia badagoela hemen selekzioak ofizialtasun bat lortzea Europan eta abar jokatzen. Nahi hori badago.
From its beginnings, Spanish football reflected the regional nature of the country. When Athletic played Barcelona in the 1912 Spanish Cup, the tournament was no more than an end-of-season competition for the various regional league winners. It was Barcelona, the team of Catalonia's capital, who won the first national championship in 1929. Just as in the Basque country, football became the only medium of protest under the cultural suppression that Catalonia suffered under Franco. The club's motto, "More than a club," is intended to reflect Barcelona's symbolic importance to the region of Catalunya.
Lligat a la història de Catalunya, Catalunya pràcticament moltes ocasions ha volgut ser quasi independent i llavors automàticament quasi molts dels catalans Catalunya la veuen com un país, no? I automàticament a l'època del franquisme semblava que eren els catalans contra la resta d'Espanya, no? I que l'equip del Barça sempre era una manera d'expressar una miqueta el sentiment aquest de l'oceà, no?
Under Franco, Catalonia's unique personality emerged more strongly than ever